Manchester City on Antoine Semenyo. Transfer red alert as £65 million Tottenham plan emerges. Antoine Semenyo has been linked with a transfer to Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United and Tottenham, with the Bournemouth winger's form having attracted plenty of attention. Everything you need to know about Antoine Semenyo's future with Manchester City, Liverpool, Manchester United and Tottenham in transfer race for Bournemouth star. Manchester City. City are described as being serious contenders and are seriously considering activating his release clause. Reports suggest they have made formal inquiries and view him as a dynamic addition to their attack. Manchester United. The Reds are also lurking and are keen on the player, potentially to bolster their attack, especially with a need for more firepower in January. Tottenham Hotspur. Spurs are said to be stepping up and intensifying their interest, looking to move quickly to get ahead of their rivals. They were reportedly deterred by Bournemouth's valuation last summer, but are now more willing to meet the current asking price, as per Sky Sports. Liverpool. Arne Slot's side have a long-standing interest in Semenyo and view him as a potential long-term successor to Mohamed Salah. However, they are reportedly drawing up a Plan B shortlist due to the strong interest from Manchester City. Release clause. Semenyo's contract is widely reported to include a release clause, which is generally cited to be £65 million. Clause deadline. Some reports suggest the clause is active only in the opening week of the January window, or that it must be triggered by an undisclosed date this January to give Bournemouth time for a replacement. Future clause. Interestingly, one report suggests the release clause drops to nearer £50 million in the summer 2026 transfer window, which may be why Bournemouth is keen to encourage a January auction. Top performances. The 25-year-old Ghanaian international has been in excellent form for Bournemouth, recording 6 goals and 3 assists in just 12 Premier League appearances this season. Sell-on clause. His former club, Bristol City, stands to benefit significantly from a move due to a reported 20% sell-on clause. If the £65 million clause is met, this could net the Championship club around £11 million. Erling Haaland smashes new Premier League record with 100th Manchester City 3-goal. Manchester City star. Erling Haaland has scored his 100th Premier League and smashed Alan Shearer's record. To do it in the fewest number of matches against Fulham, Erling Haaland has become the fastest player to reach 100 Premier League goals, breaking Alan Shearer's record. The Manchester City star's strike against Fulham saw him reach the feat in an amazing 111 games. Shearer took 124 games to reach the landmark. The former Newcastle star had been well clear himself, with Harry Kane taking 141 games, Sergio Aguero 147 and Thierry Henry 160. Pep Guardiola spoke on the significance of Haaland breaking the record. His Shearer's quality to score goals in big teams, said the City boss before their previous game against Newcastle. He won the Premier League, but not in the teams that everybody knows. The guys who have been making numbers for a long time, not just 1 or 2 seasons. I always admire them, because it means resilience and being there every season. They don't score goals for 1 season. They do it over a lot of seasons, and that means being incredibly focused, professional, and you have to love the game. For Erling to be there with Alan Shearer is really good for both of them. You don't have to know mathematics to realise that if Haaland stays a long time and continues this average, he will be close to Harry Kane and close to Alan Shearer. Manchester City facing 2 exit requests as player situations changed by summer transfer. Manchester City were busy in the January 2024 transfer window and could have more business to do next month as they set up their squad for the second half of the season. Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola is braced for 2 potential departures in January, it has been claimed. James Trafford and Stefan Ortega are both said to be keen to move on, with the summer arrival of Gianluigi Donnarumma leaving both goalkeepers sidelined. Donnarumma joined City from Paris Saint-Germain for £27 million on transfer deadline day, a little over a month after Trafford returned to the Etihad Stadium from Burnley. Last season's first-choice keeper Ederson has already moved on, joining Fenerbahce after it became clear he wouldn't be Guardiola's number 1 this term, and others may follow suit. According to the Mail, Trafford is keen to move on in order to boost his hopes of making England's squad for the World Cup. Three Lions boss Thomas Tuchel has indicated he needs every member of the group to be playing regular club football, something the 23-year-old has been unable to do since Donnarumma's arrival. Trafford started City's first 3 league games, but he has remained on the bench for the last 10 with Donnarumma starting between the sticks. He has also been an unused sub for 4 of City's 5 Champions League fixtures, though he started the defeat against Bayer Leverkusen and also played the full 90 in both Carabao Cup games. Ortega finds himself even further down the pecking order. New arrival Marcus Bettinelli has been installed as third choice behind Donnarumma and Trafford after joining from Chelsea over the summer, with Ortega not even making a matchday squad since the opening weekend of the Premier League season. City spent more than £180 million over the summer, but also recouped £100 million after selling the likes of Ederson, James McAtee and Jan Couto. It remains to be seen whether they break the bank in January, having been uncharacteristically active last winter. Nico Gonzalez, Vitor Reis, Abdulkadir Kusanov and Omar Marmoush all arrived for 8-figure sums midway through the 2024/25 campaign after City went into the new year outside the Champions League spots. Guardiola's side recovered towards the tail end of the season though, eventually finishing third. Trafford's reported preference for a move may have been influenced by England boss Tuchel's comments in November. Tuchel left Arsenal youngster Miles Lewis-Skelly out of his squad for the double-header against Serbia and Albania, pointing to his lack of regular club football. Miles simply needs more starts, more minutes, Tuchel said. Now came a time when Nico O'Reilly had so many starts in that position, so he is slightly ahead for this camp. PSG ready to hand Man City transfer setback. Over €180 million, rated rising star Désiré Doué has been attracting attention well beyond PSG's usual fan base, thanks to standout performances against Liverpool, Aston Villa and Inter Milan in the UEFA Champions League final. His influence on the pitch has been hard to miss. He played a key role in PSG's win over Liverpool, calmly converting the decisive penalty in the shootout that sent the English club out of the Champions League and the final. After a breakthrough 2024-25 season, transfer speculation around Doue has intensified. Team Talk reported that Manchester City are planning a bold move for the young midfielder, while Manchester United and 2 other Premier League sides have also expressed interest. Pep Guardiola is reportedly a major admirer of Doue and is keen to secure his services at the Etihad. City scouts have closely monitored his recent performances, attending multiple matches over the past few months. Fichajes reports that PSG recognises the situation regarding their young star is sensitive. Doue is seen not just as a medium-term sporting asset, but as a key piece in the club's broader plan for renewal. With that in mind, the sporting management has started drafting a contract extension that would boost salary, include performance bonuses, and secure a central role for Doue in the team's near future. Meanwhile, Manchester City's interest adds pressure. The English champions value the young French attacker for his energy, versatility, and ability to thrive at the Premier League's fast pace. More recently, the same outlet reported that the Premier League club could offer as much as €180 million to secure his transfer. Manchester City consider £85 million January move for Premier League star, who has several suitors. Manchester City are considering triggering Bournemouth winger Antoine Semenyo's £85 million release clause in January. The Ghana international has been one of the Premier League's stars this season, scoring 6 goals and providing 3 assists in 12 appearances. Semenyo has been linked to a host of clubs with Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham all reportedly keeping tabs on the player. Bournemouth will be helpless to prevent their star player leaving given his release clause. Though there has been no concrete interest in the Ghana international, Liverpool are seen by many as the favourites. The Reds are in search of a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah, who has suffered a dip in form, and Semenyo is seen as a natural like-for-like replacement. Liverpool sporting director Richard Hughes also previously worked at Bournemouth, where signed Semenyo from Bristol City for £10 million in January of 2023. Having spent over £400 million on new signings in the summer, however, Liverpool are unlikely to enter the winter window. City are also looking to ease the goal-scoring burden on Erling Haaland, who has scored 14 of the club's 27 Premier League goals. Phil Foden is the only other City player who has scored more than once for the club this season. Semenyo has been in prolific form for Bournemouth and is seen as another reliable goal-scoring option. Semenyo's versatility is another selling point, having played on both wings as well, occasionally up front for Andoni Iraola's team. City is also bracing for the loss of Omar Marmoush, who is set to represent Egypt at the Africa Cup of Nations in late December. Ghana have failed to qualify for the tournament for the first time in 21 years, meaning Semenyo will be available. Transfer news: Manchester City, £53 million clause, Arsenal ponder deal, Liverpool want Real Madrid ace. The January transfer window opens in a month, with Liverpool and Manchester City potentially acting as Antoine Semenyo could be on the move if his release clause is triggered. We're into December, and that means we're on the month countdown until the January transfer window opens, with some huge mid-season deals being talked up. Mega sums were spent in the summer as the British record transfer fee was twice broken, both times by Liverpool, but the Reds have no clicked and could yet be forced into the market. There's plenty of talk of Antoine Semenyo being on the move after impressing with Bournemouth. He has a £65 million release clause as Liverpool, Manchester City and Tottenham all consider making the first move. The Reds still need to find a conclusion to the Ibrahima Konate saga as his contract continues to wind down. Mark Guehi, another summer target at Anfield, could still be on the move with his